Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for watching this video today. If this is your first time here, please do not forget, the first thing you need to do for me is to like this video, and the second thing you should do for me is subscribe below. Alright, so if you have done so already, which I believe you have done that, then let's move into the video. So today's video I'm going to be talking about an opportunity in Europe, in the EU, for international students who intend to study next year in Europe. This is the cheapest, one of the cheapest schools in one of the cheapest countries in Europe. And this country I'm talking about is Portugal. Alright, so if you have been looking for means to study in Portugal, know that I got an opportunity for you today. All you need to do is to listen to the information I will give you now. Then you move to the links in the video description box, you click them and apply. For those who want a one-on-one consultation with me, please check the link in the description box and be a member of this channel. Then you will have a free consultation with me. Alright, you take the last option. Make sure you follow that and be a member so that you can talk with me. Like I said, there is a cheap, very cheap university in Portugal you can apply to. They have bachelor's degree programs in English and they equally have master's degree programs in English. Now, the name of the university is, pay attention to it, it is called Instituto Politécnico de Bragança. Alright, well, I don't know what's the name in English. I really don't need to know. You don't need to know. All you need to know is to focus on the programs, focus on the tuition fee or the processes I'm going to be giving to you, because it has a step-by-step process you have to follow. Alright, if you intend to study in Portugal next year, apply to this school by January 3rd, 2023, alright, because that is the interval in which the process is going to start. I will also give you the rundown details of how you are going to go about it. I hope you understand. Follow me slowly so that the process is in steps. But before I go to the application process, let me take you to all the programs that are available in this university, alright, so that you can be familiar with what I'm saying, so that we all understand. Now, like I said, most programs in Portugal will need you to maybe have a certain qualification, and for you to study a bachelor's degree programs, you need to have a high school document, alright? And a list of bachelor's programs are found here in this particular university, Instituto Politécnico de Bragança, alright? That is the name I'm saying here, so it doesn't really matter. But again, remember, some programs are taught in English language. Like the name of the school is IPB, alright? It's IPB. In short, the short word is IPB. So they have bachelor's programs, and students are required to have at least a B2 qualifications in English language. And IBP also offers bachelor's programs in Portuguese. International students with a proficiency of B2, alright, in Portuguese can find more information. Thus, there are programs in Portuguese and there are programs in English. So as an international student, if you want to study in Portugal in English language, therefore you can apply to these universities. And a list of the bachelor's programs here, the few I'm seeing, they have 3 programs, alright, you can study at this particular school. And the first one is chemical engineering. They also do have information engineering, they also have informatics engineering, and they have international business management. Now let's take a look at the chemical engineering and see what is happening at this particular university, alright, IPB University in Portugal. If you take a look at the programs very well, you will see that they don't have the same similarities. However, if you have the proficiency in English language, then you are good to go. Now, take a program like chemical engineering. I am looking at my jotter over here, guys. If you take a look at chemical engineering, you will see that they say first cycle of studies, which is equivalent to level 6, all right, and admission requirements are basically diploma supplements, and there are other things that you need to check, all right. Then there is also qualification for requirements to apply and profile for program, and also the key learning outcomes and all the rest. The examination mode of study is full-time, and if you check, you are going to see the scientific areas of study plan, all right. They include chemistry, biology, environmental technology, information technology, and the courses are distributed per semesters, all right. That is all you need to know. Just know that they have bachelor's degree programs that you can study, and there are 3 of them, all right. Now let's take a look at the more bachelor's programs taught in English language. If you find here, you will see they have been distributed. For example, international business is also another bachelor's taught in English language, all right. Now let me not run too much. Let's just go back and check the master's degree program so that we know what you are going to be studying. And if you check here, they have about 8 to 9 master's degree programs taught in English language. They have biotechnological engineering, they have chemical engineering, entrepreneurship and innovation. They also have informatics, they have management of forest resources. They equally have products and process innovation, and there is translation. Now, for those of you who want to study in Portugal, please, these are master's degree programs you can apply to, all right? So you can equally feel free, if you don't understand anything, email the admissions team to find out more about the program and what is happening with this university. Now, let's take a look at the qualifications or the admissions and all other things you need to know. Looking at this, you will see that the programs, like I said, the admission process is in stages, which means that the first stage you have to download the application form and fill it, all right, very well. Then the second stage, or let me say section 2 of step 1, all right, after you download the application form, you need to authenticate your transcript. That is in case you are applying for, let's say, master's degree programs, all right, you authenticate your transcript, because without the authentication, you cannot apply for this program, all right. They need you to authenticate the transcript and all the other relevant documents. Then you mail them to Portugal. There is a mailing address on the school website. Remember, I said the admissions is starting January next year. But I want to say that if you must study in Portugal in this cheap university, remember it's the cheapest, you must apply as early as possible. Now, after you download the application form, you have to fill all the details on the application form, all right? Then you authenticate your transcript of your previous education. If you are applying for masters, you authenticate your bachelor's transcript, all right? Now, Nigerians, please pay attention to this. Then the document should be in English, in French, or in Spanish. The document you are authenticating, all right? Or you are doing the authentication on it. Now, when you finish with that, accompanied by a certified translation in English, and also the original document should be certified at the Portuguese embassy. So when you do the authentication, automatically you have to take the document to the Ministry of Education, then you take it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, then you do the authentication, then at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, then you take the document back to the Portuguese embassy, you do the final authentication there, all right, if I get the process correct. Then after that, you keep the document, then you add your curriculum vitae. It has to be in English language as well. After that, you add a photocopy of your passport. You add these documents together. That is step 1 on how you are going to apply for this polytechnic university in Portugal. That is step 1. Then the documents, now these documents I just list, you gather all of them. There is an address you will find on the website. All right, I will put a link down there where you will be able to access the address. You package all the documents, you send them, put them in an envelope, you use DHL or maybe post office or whichsoever. You send them to Portugal, all right? That is step 1. Now, when you send them to Portugal, step 2 is payment of emolument fee, all right? That should be the process fee. That is step 2. Now, what do you need to know? Emolument fee for the admission process is 525 euros. All right, that is 525 euros. That is going to cover the cost and services. All right, that is the fee. The cost is for what? Application fee 25 euros and verification of the authenticity of the document you actually sent to them is 500 euros. So together you have 525, which is 525 euros. That's to use for your application fee, and they want to verify the document you actually sent to them to Portugal. Step 2 of this process on how you can move to this university. Then the application fee for applicants of member states of EU is 25 euros. Right? Then after the payment of this fee, the transfer process will be considered analyzed. The international office will then send you banking details. In fact, they are going to send you the details, then you do the payment. And we now go to step 3, which is the verification of your mailbox. All right, after the admissions process has been conducted, we will send an email confirming if you are admitted or not into IPB. That is step 3. They will verify everything. If you are admitted, then they will send you an email after you have spent just 523.25 euros. Now you go to step 4, which is pre-enrollment. Pre-enrollment always involves money, and for Italy it is different. For Spain, it is different. For Portugal, it is equally different. Now, that is step 4. Selected candidates must pay a pre-enrollment fee of 206.60 euros. 206.60 euros within the deadline established by the academic calendar. Payment should be made via bank transfer. So you are paying pre-enrollment fee if you are selected. Remember, I'm still going. I said this is the cheapest school in Portugal, and in this school you are going to spend just 1,329 euros per year for bachelor's and master's degree. Now, remember, we are already at 206 now. We already talked about 525. Be adding the figures. Then, the fee charged 206 corresponds to the amendment due of insurance by sending acceptance letter. So, they are actually charging you that fee because they want to send you acceptance letter, all right, for you to apply for your visa. And study visa is 25%, as well as registration for the student IBP payment of first installment 131%, 131 euros. That is the amount. Now that is step 4. We go to step 5, sending of acceptance letter. After you send this 206, they are going to remove part of your visa application. All right, they will do some documents and add in an envelope and send to you to Nigeria. I hope you understand. Then step 5 now is acceptance letter of admissions to study, and after completion of enrollment reservation, IBB will issue acceptance letter for study visa. Additional information will be sent to you. So that is the information. Then step 6 now is health insurance coverage. All right, all the details are found on the website and you can equally read them here. And step 7 is arriving an IP, matriculation, and all the rest, all the codes, all your numbers, all your ID cards. You will receive them at the university. So at the end of the day, you are going to spend 1,329 euros per year to study in this particular school. Normally, schools in Portugal range from 2,000 to like 4,000 euros. The University of Algarve is between 2,000 to 2,800 euros. But this university is just 1,329 euros. So these are some of the things and advantages that international students don't know, and we need to be checking them. I will prefer this method instead, this method of application to apply for a university in Portugal than the other methods, that because if they are to do verification in, you have to do verification, send to them in Portugal, then they do verification, send you visa documents. It means that if you are applying for a study visa to Portugal, the visa is guaranteed. So this is a method or a way you can follow and study in Portugal for these cheap amounts of tuition fee. Like I said, admissions is going to start next year. You need to verify. There are also important dates you should check on the website to see what are the dates. First, application deadline is from 3rd January 2022 to 28th February. So this is the date that just passed. So if you want to apply to study next year, you should be targeting 3rd January 2023 to 28th February. Or then publication of results is on the 12th of March. Then period of pre-enrollment is, the last date is April 9. Enrollment in the university is September 12. So that is how basically you can study in Portugal at these very cheap amounts of tuition fee. I hope this video was helpful to you. Please do not go without subscribing to our channel, and we meet again in another one.